All right, Rippers, sporting the Oregon hat, right? Oregon, get it? Oregon. The guy that actually makes these, I know I've said him in past videos, but he actually got a trademark on that, right? That's pretty cool. If you want an Oregon hat and you're in Oregon, go ahead and look it up and get yourself one, right? Tell them we sent you. That being said, I know we got lots of projects going on. Uh, I know you probably recognize this little guy, remember? Right? That's that high speed gear Ifak, right? That we did some initial upgrades to, right? I'll show you in another video coming up here shortly how we outfitted this with even more good stuff in it and still fit in the same pouch, right? Also got a nice something to mount it on so that it carries well and not on your plate carrier, right? So stay tuned for that, right? That's good stuff. But, and what I wanted to say is if you guys know who East Tennessee Preparedness is, go to his channel, East Tennessee Preparedness. If you want the best bang for your buck Ifak out there, right? You still want a really good one, but you want to save a little bit of money compared to, some of these people charging $300-400, some as much as $700 for something like this, right? And while this one has got a lot packed into it and probably is, a little more than what East Tennessee Preparedness is charging, but that's because we've outfitted it with more things. And but I'll tell you what, his kit looks awful similar, and it looks pretty darn good. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. If you want one and don't want to build one yourself, right? And you still wanted it at an affordable price, I want to say it's like $160 somewhere in there. Don't quote me on that, but somewhere between $140 and $200, say. But it's jam packed with stuff, and it's in a nice carryable thing like this, right? So that being said, if you want to make your own, which is always kind of fun, and who can afford to buy a bunch of these, right? Get yourself one good one and then clone it, right? Or if you want to build your own so you can put it in smaller containers, you got to check these things out. Look at this. Look, that's from Venture Surplus. Now, if you haven't been to Venture Surplus, go check out Venture Surplus. I'm not affiliated with them in any way except that I bought something from them and I'm really happy with what I got, so I want to give them a shout out. If they're listening, hey, go ahead and sponsor me. I'd be glad to do more reviews because so far I'm really happy with your stuff. Now, we're going to give you honest reviews, but I'm really happy with what I got. So go check out Venture Surplus, right? Google it. That being said, because they got some good stuff, it's got a place of honor on my water bottle, like all my water bottles, right? On stuff that I use. I use it if it's on my water bottle. That being said, check these things out. These are Army surplus, so they're used. Now, you have two options. You have ones that are used but slightly damaged, so you could fix them, and those are real cheap. They're like $1.99, or for like $2.99, I think it was, or $3, right in there, three something, right in there. You can get ones that are used but in serviceable shape, which is what I got here, right? Because I didn't want ones that had holes in them or anything like that, or that I had to do any restitching. These are Ifak inserts. So you can go get yourself, now I'm sure at Venture Surplus, they've got pouches that these fit in too. But these are the pouches that fit inside of your Ifak, whether you want to put it like this, and then you got two holes here where you could run a loop of paracord to pull it out with, or you want to run it like this, and then it's got this elastic loop, which is good for holding your tourniquet, right? You can put your tourniquet in there, which is probably what it's for, right? But you've got this nice little foldable Ifak pouch that folds open, but can fit in, say, like a dump bag, or, well, dump bag's a little big, but you can find a pouch that'll fit this really nicely, right? Measure it, and do real good. So now let's open it up and check it out. Now, there's nothing in this, but you can see the potential, right? So when you open it up, you've got your first, now initially I'd put my tourniquet there, If I could fit two, maybe even, but at least a tourniquet there. Or you could put your presser bandage there, whatever you want. But or your Israeli bandage, some people call them. But it's got Velcro, so it's got one open pouch like this, right? And then, as you can see, it's got another open and open. So what you're left with is something like that. Now, if you run a piece of paracord through these two and have a loop, you can hang it on something, right? Which would be good. Or you can take this Velcro and stick it onto the person you're working on. But as you can see, you've got a loop on the inside. You got big loops on the inside for gauze or another, or here's where your pressure bandage could go. And you've got right here, you could have your, flashlight or nasal pharyngeal airways, a pen. You could have your decompression needle. You could have, there's loops in here where you could put your scissors. Or that's what I think this is for. Now, I don't know if I'd want my scissors on a cord. Now, this one came with a stretchy cord, and the other one just came with a piece of rope on it, right? And it's always probably pretty good so that you don't lose it. But if this is in a pouch, you're not likely going to lose your stuff. So this could be for anything from tying to a pen to write with, or something you just don't want to lose track of. A knife, a scissors, whatever, right? And then you've got a big pouch here, which you could put in some more gauze as well as your chest seals, right? And here you got room for gauze, and you've got another deal right here where you could put, say a pouch with medicine in it, or a little thing with medicine in it. I mean, well, you put in the comment section what you'd have in something like this. But then the nice thing is once it's all packed up, and we're going to do a video where I'm going to pack this thing up out of my first aid supply boxes and make an Ifak out of this and see what it fits into. See if I can find a pouch that it fits into. So we're gonna fill this up first, and then we're gonna go get a pouch for it, and we're gonna share that with you. And I think it's gonna be a fun video, right? Now, imagine how frugal you could be starting at $3 for one of these. Now you can see I got two, right? So $3. That's pretty darn good for this inner organizer. I mean, you can't beat it. So what we're going to do is we're going to load this thing out, and we're going to, and I'll show you the other one just so you can see. These are both in great shape. A little difference in color, you can see. Maybe a little different material, but not too much. And as you can see, it's the same sort of thing. It's got the same things in it, except this one they just put a string on here. I'm going to use this to make my loop up here, which is what I'm going to do to this one too. And then I'm going to take a longer piece of cord just to have in there to tie to a pair of scissors maybe. But as you can see, really great shape, really handy, because that's one of the handiest things about the Ifaks that I like to use, just like this one. With this one, once you take this little stretchy thing off, you fling that off, you grab onto the handle here, and you pull it out, because this will be mounted to your belt or a drop leg holder, or you could even have it on your chest rig if you wanted it. And this is designed that you can pull it out and then unfold it. It makes it easy for the people that have to work on you, as well as if you have to work on yourself. And that's important, right? So that being said, we're going to make ourselves a couple. We're going to find a pouch that these fit in, and share that in future videos so that you can make your own. Already, we're up to $3 for an Ifak. Now we got to fill it and see how cheap we can do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember, venture surplus to get the holders and maybe a pouch, right? And then you could go to places like Rescue Medic, or Northwest Medical, or what's the other one? Northwest Rescue. There's all kinds of places out there that sell stuff to fill Ifaks with, right? So that being said, get started, make your Ifak, stay safe, stay alert, always be aware of your surroundings, and be getting ready and prepared for anything that may come your way. Until next time, adios and aloha.